Turn now to a key official in a pivotal state where there are already lawsuits and where Joe Biden was just declared the winner this evening by the Associated Press. Jocelyn Benson is Michigan's Secretary of State, and she joins us from Detroit. Ms. Benson, thank you so much for talking with us. We know the AP within the hour called Michigan for Joe Biden, but there are still votes being counted. So where does the counting stand right now?
We believe we are close to seeing a full and complete unofficial tabulation in the state. We certainly are on track to have those full results tonight. We're in the final stages in some of our larger jurisdictions of wrapping things up, which is really a success story, by the way. We thought it would take us much longer, but the efficiency and the meticulous work of our election workers has really put us in a position where we're proud to be able to have near complete, if not fully complete, results, in the next few hours to report out.
Well, we've just heard some of the folks who keep track of how ballot counting goes and where there are difficulties, speaking about some of the challenges of counting these so-called naked ballots. What problems have you had in Michigan as you've been counting?
I think certainly a lot of our problems were dealt with prior to Election Day with regards to just litigation around ballots. And we saw this in a number of different states. And also the challenges with the Postal Service and the unreliability there. So we were really focused on making sure every vote got in by 8 p.m. on Tuesday, and that voters who were voting absentee for the first time knew the rules. Particularly the importance of signing and validating their identity on the envelope in which the absentee ballot was placed. And then on Election Day itself, smooth sailing. There were some efforts to misinform voters about their rights. We were able to quickly debunk those. And now here we are after the polls closing, tabulating all the votes. The biggest challenge has been misinformation, and we always knew that was going to be the case, that from the minute the polls closed to the moment we'd have that full tabulation of results, there would be significant efforts to sow seeds of doubt about the integrity of our elections. But we're here to say our elections are secure and that the results, once announced, will be a full and accurate reflection of the will of the people.
Well, we know that the Trump campaign has already filed a lawsuit to stop the counting in Michigan. What effect does that have on your work?
Well, the count has continued, and look, we're confident in our processes and the transparency and security and methodical nature of our work. And because of that, I've said that I want to be abundantly clear: no campaign, no politician, no political party, no candidate is going to stop the count here in Michigan. We are committed to getting this right, to making sure it's accurate, and really trying to stay above the political fray to really deliver results to Michiganders all across the state so that regardless of how they voted or who they voted for, they could trust and have faith in the accuracy of those results.
And I'm asking you, of course, because of that lawsuit and the fact that the president himself is saying, since the election has taken place, he's saying, I've won Michigan. So he's put that statement out there.
Well, yeah, we fully expected, and we know candidates can say things at any point in the election cycle, but candidates don't get to determine who wins an election. The voters do. And the election workers who will work to tabulate every valid vote and ensure every valid vote and only valid votes are counted. That's the work we're doing here in Michigan. That's what democracy requires. That's how elections work. And so we're continuing to do that work at a very efficient speed that I'm very inspired by, as workers have really been committed to this work. We recognize the importance of our state. We recognize the importance of getting this right. And again, when we have those full tabulated results to announce, I am confident and have full faith that there'll be a full and accurate reflection of the will of our voters that I hope everyone does respect.
Really important for the American people to hear this. Michigan's Secretary of State, Jocelyn Benson, thank you so much.
Thank you.